I don't have Pac-Man gummies, but I do have Eggman and Eggman Cup. So, in all honesty, the Pac-Man gummies are over to the left, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to grab the gummies, but like genuinely, the setup I've got going around here, I would knock over the camera if I actually tried to get up. So we're just keeping it like this. We got Eggman. I was able to reach over and grab him. So, there you go. Okay, so as with the Xbox 360 collection, well, first off, I want to say I have over 100 Wii games. Um, I think 115 or so. So, I wanted to make it its own video. I thought about the Wii U because I don't have a ton of Wii U games. I could have included it, but I wanted this as the background. Good old Me Maker. Good old, just totally bright and blown out Me Maker. But anyway, um, I wanted that in the background, so I thought, hey, let's go ahead and just do Wii. So, starting out with the loose games, just like with the Xbox 360, we got Build and Race. Yeah, Build and Race. Give me a second. Let me just move this a little bit closer. There you go. I can still put them on the same spot. I just wanted to be a little bit closer. So, Build and Race. Jam Master loyalists. People that, which is all like maybe 0 of you, 1, at most 1 of you, will know that I did do a video on this on the Super Jab Bros channel. There was a channel, a now defunct, a long defunct channel, where it was me and a guy named Hate It, which I still follow on YouTube, and he doesn't really do much nowadays. But yeah, that video is long gone. That channel is long gone. I don't have the access to it. He might have changed the name. I have no idea. But yeah, Build and Race. Anyway, as for the game itself, it's bad. It is a very basic level creator. You do your own races, and you build your own tracks, and that's about it. There's really nothing else to it. It's very basic. The track building is really annoying. It's not necessarily a fun game. Elebits. This is fun. The Wii kind of destroys itself whenever you try and play this game because it just starts lagging like crazy, but it's still fun. I have some fond memories of it. It's one that I used to have a while back. And this isn't my original copy. My original copy had the cover and the manual, but that is a different copy. Guitar Hero World Tour. Uh-oh, you can see my freaking balding head. Yeah, it's a fun Guitar Hero. Probably one of the better Guitar Hero games, I'd say. The track list is pretty good. It's not Warriors of Rock good. And debatably not Guitar Hero 3 good, but it's still really great. Got a lot of great songs. Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures. One of the better Lego games. Tons of nostalgia with it, and I played it recently. Still holds up. It is a ton of fun to play. Lego Rock Band. It's Rock Band, and it's got Lego in it. Yeah, the track list is pretty good for what it is. It includes, it's E10 and up, so it includes nothing that's really, teenager songs. But it's got a good track list. I want to just... Whoa. I'm doing that. For the last game up, I'm doing that. But yeah, it's got a good track list. And, yeah, it's Lego. So there you go. Meet the Robinsons, a pretty early Wii game, and not a very good one. It does not follow the movie. I think it's just some random Will Robinson adventures. And the controls are really weird. You can't jump. You just kind of do like tiny hops whenever you get near a ledge. Zelda-type controls. Yeah, like I said, it has very little to do with the movie, and it's not a very fun game. I used to have it on GameCube. That was my original copy, but this is my new copy. Monster 4x4 World Circuit by Ubisoft. So yeah, definitely a cheap offering by Ubisoft. This was kind of around the same time. I mean, the Wii, you know, you had so many just kind of cheapo games made for it, and Ubisoft was no exception. But I will admit, it's fun. It's arcadey. It's very, very arcadey. Arcade fun. Ooh, now we come to my favorite Wii game. Sadly, it's loose. I don't have a physical copy, or I don't have a box copy of it, because box copies go for quite a lot. But Sin and Punishment Star Successor. I love this game. You'd think I wouldn't, but I do. I really do like Sin and Punishment. Still need to get around to playing the N64 version, but this one is great. I love it. And I found this at GameStop before it. I think now it's probably like $40 to $50, but I found it for $5. Pre-owned, disc only, but that's fine because the game's awesome. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. This is one of those cases where it's a good game. The PS2 version is all right, but the Wii version has just tons of motion controls thrown in. Just tons and tons of motion controls. And they really hinder the game. They really make it just not fun. Not fun at all. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. This one's pretty cool. It's cool that, you know, this is the HD version of the game, but ported to the Wii. And it's neat seeing a game that tries to be so realistic being on the Wii. So it's kind of washed out, but honestly, it's neat, and I like the motion controls in this, actually. Unlike Skate It, I used to have Skate It, that game sucks. Unlike that, this game actually, I think the motion controls really help it. It is a fun game. And I think this was the only, like, HD to Wii port. Because, yeah, I think this was the only one. Because 2007, I think 2009. Well, I know right after this was Downhill Jam, and I think this was when they started making, you know, kind of Wii game. I know Tony Hawk Shred, that got Tony Hawk Ride and Tony Hawk Shred that got ports, but I mean, that really isn't trying to go for the scope and the realism as Proving Grounds. Wii Play, of course. Everybody's got to have a wet copy of Wii Play, an extremely scratched copy of Wii Play. Yeah, it's Wii Play, you know, it's fun. I've played a lot of billiards, fishing minigame, Target. That minigame took me years to get past level, like, 8. You know. Yeah, it's fun. All of them are decently well done. Yeah, there you go. Forever sitting there. And then we've got 2 games that I'm going to count as loose, but they do have kind of cases. You got Link's Crossbow Training, which is okay. I don't actually have the Wii Zapper. I just bought it because it was like $2, but has the manual and everything. Yeah, it's okay. It's an okay little, you know, test game for the, you know, equipment. And of course, Wii Sports. Gotta have it. $1. I found 2 copies of Wii Sports. Ooh. Don't want to share that address. Whoever used to own this. Thank you, Tommy. For, you know, there you go. Yeah, so, yeah, it's Wii Sports. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, you know, baseball is annoying. You know, I will have something to say about it. Baseball is really annoying. I hate how baseball, it just kind of guesses. It's not guesses, but it's weird. Like, oh, you move one space. You know, you move a single, you move a double, and it's all just random. It's like RNG on whether you're gonna get this stuff. Anyway, I mean, it's a very simplistic baseball, so I guess what do you expect? Okay, so before we get to the box games, I want to showcase this. I got the Mii Maker up here running for a reason. on the classic Wii, which is just off screen right next to the GameCube. But I had Mii Maker running for a reason. I wanted to show off my Miis. So I'm going to do that. Ooh, you know what? Turn on the classic music. There we go. So, let me show you my Miis. So, I found girl Miis to be a lot easier to make, because just making up names for them and designs just kind of came around so much easier than making boy Miis, but I still got a couple boy Miis. So, we got Steph. Is this going in... This isn't going in alphabetical order. I think alphabetical order is down here. No? Yes? Oh, no, it goes down here. It starts down here. So we got Ashley. We got Brat Rat. Can I zoom in on this? Is there a way I can do this? Yeah, I can. Okay. It'll be kind of aiming a little bit to the left. I'm sorry about that. I don't want to move the camera position too much, because then it would just be a massive hassle to get it back to position. So you're going to be seeing it on the right-hand side with my freaking wicked Heroes of Mana poster from Nintendo Power. But you got Brat Rat, of course. Caleb. Like I said, guy Miis are kind of hard for me to make. Carly. Claire. Also, finding names eventually got really annoying. Elizabeth. Jennifer. Jude. June. Great name, you know, on this one. I really was having a tough time. Keith. I was really looking for, like, early 2000s names, and I'm like, what's more early 2000s than Keith? Kim. Not Kim Pine, just a Kim. Leon. I don't even remember making Leon. Lily. What? Oh, Lil and Lily, just spelled differently. Okay. Lorbo. That's made. That one's made by a friend from school. Lorbo. Which I feel like that's a reference to Oni Plays or something. I don't remember, though. Mad Lad. Mem and Meme. I like these two guys. Brother and sister, Mem and Meme. Neon. Novin, of course. There's me. Paris. Sad Lad. Because you got Mad Lad and Sad Lad. Sioban. This is actually a Mii from Wii Party. It was included in Wii Party, and I was like, I really like that, so I decided to recreate it in Mii. Smoy. Small boy. Smoy. Stacy. Steph. Susan. And Tone. So, there you go. Alright, disperse. So, thought I'd show that off since I got Mii Maker running in the background. Now, zoom out. And we're back in business. Guess I could move that just a tad. There you go. Alright, I just gotta real quick do some troubleshooting, just to test. Yeah, looks good. Okay. So, now it's that. Let me mute that again. I mean, as much as I love the Mii Maker music as much as the other, but I feel like eventually it would get really, really annoying. So, boxed games. Angry Birds Star Wars. I can move the camera down just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. That should be fine. Angry Birds Star Wars. Yes, so honestly, Angry Birds, my opinion on Angry Birds is very mixed. It's a game series that its main issue is that it feels like everything is luck-based. You could do the exact... Is the camera out of tilt? No, right? I'm looking at it at a tilt, so maybe I'm just seeing it as a tilt. But yeah, Angry Birds Star Wars. So yeah, main issue with Angry Birds is it's very luck-based. You could do the exact same thing multiple times, and sometimes the physics kind of work with you. It's all, you know, down to the game's wonky physics. But nevertheless, Star Wars, I feel like, does it better than Angry Birds Trilogy does, which I do own that game. It's on a different system. And you get to use the Wii Pointer. So I think that's a big plus. The Wii Pointer definitely adds some precision to the game. Animal Crossing City Folk. Probably my first or second favorite Animal Crossing game. Either right above or right behind Animal Crossing New Leaf. Sorry, New Horizons. I enjoyed your time, but I definitely have my issues with that game. Yeah, I've spent many hours in this. And, you know, if I had the ability right now to actually just get up, put the disc in, I would showcase my Animal Crossing town the way it is and stuff like that, but can't really do that at the moment. And plus, I mean, I haven't played this game in a while, so my hair will be all frizzy. And I have cockroaches everywhere. Sorry, just moving some stuff around over here. There we go. Guess I gotta get a pile ready. Astro Boy, the video game. So yeah, this is, well, I streamed it. It is a very flawed game based off a very flawed movie. So hey, it works hand in hand. However, how the movie can be enjoyed, and I do enjoy it, but to most people it's mediocre. Astro Boy can be enjoyed as mediocre, and to most people is bad. This game is really not good. It's got just this horrible range. Your punches are literally like a foot away from your character. It is like poor range, and just really just not fun. It is a very your movement is so floaty. But hey, you know, don't take my word for it. I did a live stream of it with Ram, and I speedran it and won. So there's that. Avatar: The Burning Earth. So you might be wondering, Jadmaster, you own this on Xbox 360. Why, thank you for being so observant. I also own the Wii version. Why? That's because like $3, I guess. So is this why not? I have, you know, nostalgia for the Wii version. I owned the Wii version way before I had the 360 version. Yeah. There you go. It's fun on Wii too. Except for these missions. They suck. You gotta use, you basically use both the Wii Remote and Nunchuck as like reins. So you're going like this. Like you're piloting a freaking... Wouldn't be a flight stick. What kind of thing would you pilot that... I guess a gunner? On the side of a helicopter? Anyway. Bakugan, bonus, Ravenoid, and Manion in-game. At time of purchase. At time of purchase? What does that mean? For limited supply? Huh. So does that mean they're, like, in this copy? Or do you have to, like, put in a code? Only at Toys R Us. Ooh, speaking about that, I watched, Roofman earlier today. Check my, Letterboxd review for that one. This game's fun. I like it. I like what it does. I like the battle mechanics and the little mini games you play. It's good. Batman the Brave and the Bold, the video game. It's cool. It's a way forward game. Animations look just like you're playing an episode of the show, which is pretty cool. It's even got little intro movies and stuff like that, and it's all done in the show's animation, which is great. The only problem is it's very repetitive, and after a while it gets pretty boring. So I think you'd have to be a really big fan of this show to really get the most out of it, which I'm not. I've not seen a single episode. I just bought it because it was made by Way Forward. Band Hero. Yeah, it's good. It's got a good track list. Music by Duran Duran, and even a sense, they got Bring Me to Life on here, and it's so pathetic. Like, you know, Duran Duran, they got Hungry Like the Wolf. Yay! No, they don't. No, this one has Rio. The DS version has Hungry Like the Wolf. I don't know why there are two different soundtracks, but whatever. Let's see. Let's see if I can remember. So, Fall Out Boy... What song is from that? Is that Dance Dance, I think? The Go-Go's, I don't know who that is. Jackson 5, I do not remember what song that is. Jesse McCartney, I don't know. Nelly, wow. No Doubt. Exclusives from No Doubt. Okay, No Doubt is Don't Speak. And Taylor Swift, I don't know. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh god, it's so hard to read. It's just a bunch of text. I'll just kind of go through the ones that I know. Yeah, Rio. Yeah, Bring Me to Life. Lips of an Angel's pretty good. Oh, ABC is in this one. That's the Jackson 5 song. Anyway, point is, it's good. I like it. Yeah, Bring Me to Life is really pathetic. So, obviously, they just included it because it was popular with teens. That's obviously why they included it. And, you play the piano part, because if you didn't play the piano part, there would be, like, 2 straight minutes, or not 2 straight minutes, like a full minute of you just doing nothing. So you play the piano part on guitar. It's just so obviously, like, they did not want to put it in the game. They could just kind of shoehorn it in. Ben 10, Alien Force. Out of the many Ben 10 games, I do like this one. It's basically Protector of Earth, but it's a lot slower. And that's the main issue that I feel like a lot of people have with the game, is that it's very slow. But I like it. You punch up guys, do some delayed platforming. Seriously, the platforming in this game sucks really badly. The platforming is very delayed. The jump, it's like tap, and then he jumps. It is this such a delayed jump. Platforming is a nightmare in this game. But overall, I liked it. Ben 10 Alien Force, Vilgax Attacks. Yeah, it's a 3D Ben 10 game. And yeah, it's okay. I don't think it's as good as Ben 10 Alien Force regular, but it was a nice step up for the series at the time. And I kind of like the improvements that they did, so there you go. Ben 10 Galactic Race. Yeah, this is the Ben 10 area. Ben 10 Galactic Racing. Yeah, this game definitely has its issues. For one being its difficulty. It's got these aliens do not let up, and they can be very annoying sometimes, and the controls can be kind of janky sometimes too. But you know, it's got its merit, and for like $2, I'd say it's worth it. I did a Let's Play, or I did a video on it with Ram, if you want to give that a watch, where he compares me to Hitler. Fun times with that guy. Ben 10 Omniverse. I did a Let's Play on this one, if you want to check that out. It's good. I like it. Not many people do. I totally understand why. Definitely, I played through it recently. Like, very recently. I played through it like a month ago. And, yeah, I could totally see why somebody would not like that. It took me until that many playthroughs to realize that the game reuses the same music like 10 million times. Brave, A Warrior's Tale. Okay, so there's 2 issues with this game. One, the camera is atrocious. It loves to get stuck, and moving the camera is annoying. And 2, this game lags a lot. This is really... It's like Elebits levels of lag sometimes. This game goes down to single digits. Yeah, and the sad fact is that it's also just not very fun of a game. It's just not a very fun game to play. And, yeah, bought it because it was cheap, and, can't say I really, you know, like the purchase. I'd rather just refund it, but whatever. Cars Race-O-Rama. Yeah, it's a decent Cars game. It's probably my... You know, it's weird. It's my either most favorite or least favorite out of the trilogy, because I think it does the most in taking a step forward for the series and in the different locations and stuff like that. But at the same time, the controls are not as good, and it's overall kind of a less fun game than like the original or Main International. So I really don't know where I'd put that. I'd say it's probably on the same level as Main International, just for different reasons. Crash Mind Over Mutant. Gotta love this design. Jeez, he is so realistic. Like, which is weird. It's such a far cry. I don't know what is up with this design. Like, here, I'll spoil the next game. I mean, in comparison, you know, Crash of the Titans. cartoony design, you know, very in line with the game. And then you've got just extremely high detail, like weirdly shadowed. It's like, it's so weird. He looks nothing like this in the game, especially compared to all the weird cutscenes. This game, I like. It definitely has its issues. Like, there's, just didn't realize that photo. It's like a pre-release screenshot or something. You know, it's definitely got improvements over the first game, but at the same time, there's a lot of mandatory backtracking, which is really, really annoying. But the cutscenes are hilarious. So, yeah, you know. And then, like I showed previously, Crash of the Titans. I have a bunch of nostalgia with this game, and I love it. Okay, I don't love it. I love, like, the first 3 levels. And then it just starts going downhill from there. But, yeah, I like it. I'd probably say it's on the same level as Mind Over Mutant, just for different reasons. De Blob. Yeah, De Blob. So, the Wii version of this game has... Well, this game, it just in general, has a lot of issues. The controls are really floaty, really hard to grasp. That's the game... Oh my gosh. Okay. It just now occurred to me. Wow. Okay. What game did I last play? Oh, man. What was it? I played a game recently, and I had the exact same issue with it. It was a platforming game. It was a licensed game. It's a licensed game that had wall running. And I think it was an Xbox 360 game? That is going to drive me nuts. That is going to drive me nuts. I will remember it at some point. And then later on in the video I'll be like, oh yeah! But it's a game I played that I got very... Tron Evolution. Xbox 360, licensed game, platformer. That has the exact same issue as this, where you will, you know, be at a position where you don't want to run on walls, and then you'll start randomly running on walls, and then you'll randomly jump off a wall, despite not wanting to jump off the wall, and it is just very, very, very annoying. Very annoying, and that's really my experience with the Blob. Beating that game was a true test of patience that I never want to redo. On the contrary, the Blob 2 fixes pretty much every single issue I have. The controls are better. I think they mapped wall running to be like jump and then hold a button, which helps so much. Yeah, it is like so much better than the original, and yet this gets barely any coverage, which is a shame. Really wish that more people would play that over the original. Yeah, the camera just decided to dive to the left. Oops, let me just increase this stand a little bit. There we go. Yeah, camera just completely dove. Okay. Disney Infinity. It's a neat version of Disney Infinity because so much is shrunk down to make this playable on the Wii. And I honestly admire how much is shrunk down. All of the hub worlds have to have like loading screens midway because they just can't load the entire thing. And the Cars one in particular, every single sound effect is super compressed, like you're playing an N64 game, and I gotta admit, it's a nice experience. It's also a lot of nostalgia. I'm gonna go ahead and, just to make sure that doesn't happen again, I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here. Here, I'll take him out. I'll take him out of his little egg prison. This is so weird. I can't get him to stand up. It's fine. I'll put him back in his egg prison. Okay. DreamWorks Superstar Cars. Why is the Wii scratched off? Well, it's because I had the 360 version for a little while before. I was ready to sell the Wii version, bought the 360 version, and then sold the 360 version instead because it goes for more. Yeah, this game definitely has its issues. Really not a lot of fun to play. Physics are just completely broken. Yeah. Excite Truck. I've never been a fan of this game. In all seriousness, I know people really love this series, and, you know, good for them. Both this and Excite Truck and Psychbots, but never gotten into it. I just find myself crashing over and over and over again and then losing. So I just end up not really playing that much. Fortune Street. Fun game. My only big complaint with it is that boards last way too long. Even if you choose the minimum requirements, boards will normally take you like 2 to 3 hours. And I just am not really in the mood to play a party game for that long. GeForce. Paid $3 for it. It's okay, I guess. Has some control issues on Wii, but gets the job done. It's not a great game. Not a bad game either. It's just okay. Alright. Green Day Rock Band. Probably one of the most pathetic rock band releases. Not because the Green Day's a bad band. I like Green Day. I like, you know, some of their songs. But it's such a half-assed effort, and it's so lazy. There's only like 3 venues in the entire game, and each venue you play like 15 songs in them. So it just feels like it's going on forever. And then on top of that, there's no concrete ending. It just plays a little clip from their live shows and then cuts to credits, and it's pretty obvious that, I mean, compare it to like the Beatles Rock Band, it's obvious that the Beatles Rock Band was the passion project, and the Green Day Rock Band was because EA told them to make it. Green Lantern, Rise of the Manhunters. This is a port of the 3DS game, not the console game. So, yeah, it is a 2D Metroidvania type game, and I have not played it, but it looks fun. Uh-oh. The next 5 games are going to be a doozy. Guitar Hero 3, for $19.99. I swear, I don't know what is up with the Wii and the 360 Guitar Hero games are just so expensive. 360 more so. Yeah, it's good. You know, I know a lot of people say that this is the best Guitar Hero game ever made, and I beg to differ. One of the later games that I'll be showcasing here is what I consider to be the best Guitar Hero game, but yeah, it's still fun. Guitar Hero 5. See, this one's cool because it resurrects the dead body of Kurt Cobain, and you can play as him. I found whenever I first played this, I found that kind of concerning. Of like, why can you play as Kurt Cobain in this game? But now I just find it funny, and I just include him in the band. I haven't playing drums for no particular reason. You can you unlock a lot of characters throughout the game. So I've got the guy who's I've got like Johnny Cash on guitar, the lead singer of Garbage, the band Garbage, on like vocals, and then I've got like, you know, Kurt Cobain, and then I got a robot. that's my band. It's a very basic Guitar Hero game. Just literally no thrills, just regular Guitar Hero. Aside from the fact of the guest characters. It's really the only thrilling part of that game. Guitar Hero Aerosmith, really great Guitar Hero game. I love the amount of detail put into making this game, and it just really feels like they wanted to make it. There's interviews between each of the venues with the actual members of Aerosmith, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, I'm just going to put a stack right here. Guitar Hero Metallica. Okay. Here's the thing. So I have realized from this game that I'm not really a big fan of Metallica. There's like 8 songs that I really like from them. The rest is just whatever. But what's even worse is that these songs are so challenging. This is probably the hardest Guitar Hero game, just in general. It's probably the hardest. And, yeah, you know, there's some cool stuff about it, but it just feels kind of, again, like half-assed, just kind of thrown together. You play kind of just a bunch of random songs, a few venues, and then the game just ends. And yeah, it just feels like a whatever edition. Now, the best Guitar Hero game, Warriors of Rock. This was the last Guitar Hero game, actually, released in 2010. And they basically just said, all right, let's just throw everything into our last game, and that is it. It's the biggest Guitar Hero game. It's got, I think it says over 90 songs. So it's got the biggest set list. And it's got this stupid storyline of, like, you are recruiting a bunch of, like, rock gods to resurrect the massive, like, rock Goliath to fight this, like, like giant metal machine that wants to ruin rock forever, and it is so stupid. It is incredible. It is so much fun to play, and it's so obvious that, you know, Neversoft and Vicarious Visions, it's so obvious that they were like, we know this is going to be the last one, let's just go out with a bang. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. One child's movie, ticket inside. Oh boy. This is a terrible, terrible game. I'm sure on consoles, on Xbox, PlayStation, PS2, what have you, I'm sure the game's fine. On Wii, I mean, take a look at this, seriously. Just take a look at this. Look at all these gestures. Look at this. Like, oh, hey, here's your admit 1 free movie ticket. Sweet. Yeah, it's like, none of these controls work. Every single spell you try to use just never works because it's just a bunch of random gestures that the game wants you to do. How to Train Your Dragon 2. Also known as the game that Derek from Classic Game Room went completely insane over. And, yeah, it's not fun. And the Wii version uses the Wii Remote, and you have to go like this. It's gyro-controlled. Yeah. However, I do have this kind of fascination of owning a 2014 Wii game at a time when the Wii was definitely, like, going out. And this would kind of be, like, one of the last games released, except for Just Dance. Just Dance would just continue to be released. But, you know, in terms of, like, kind of major releases, like, not Just Dance, it was kind of one of the last games. Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. It's good. I like it. And the motion controls aren't that intrusive. Iron Man 2, not as bad as people say. Well, okay, most people are not talking about this Iron Man 2. This Iron Man 2 was made exclusively for the Wii and the PSP, and is more of a upgraded version of Iron Man 1. And it's good. It's actually an alright game. It's not bad. But it includes the same storyline as Iron Man 2 on consoles. Yeah, not bad. Jeopardy! I've played like 6 hours of this, and I don't know, for some reason, game show games just kind of enthrall me. Especially ones that require skill and are not, like, random. Because the problem I have with Family Feud, I had a Family Feud game, and the problem I have with it is that you know you have the answer for the question, but because they ask 100 people, and I'm assuming 95% of them are just old grannies, all your answers are wrong. Because, you know, the people that they polled probably have no idea what your interests are, or what, you know. It's like, what's a popular place for you know, kids to hang out? And I was like, oh, okay, a video game store. Nope, that's wrong. I'm like, okay, arcade. Nope, that's wrong. And then like turns out number one was like the zoo. And I'm like, what group of kids are like, yeah, okay, let's go hang out at the zoo. That's nobody does that, but probably old grannies think that they do that. So whatever. Anyway, this is Jeopardy. Yeah, it's cool. Alex Trebek, they got him all. They got him in for a bunch of different voice lines, and all of them are pretty fluent. It's not like really obvious. It's not like the answer we were looking for was Japan. It's like it's actually pretty fluent. Compared to another game, which I also have, also made by the same developers, also in the exact same year, which I'll get to in a second. Okay, I say in a second. It's in the W's, so it'll be a while. Just Dance 2. It's the only Just Dance game that I have, and that is because the disc is far too scratched for me to actually sell it. So here it is, Just Dance 2. Literally none of these songs are ones that I'm actually... Well, I think... Is Rasputin in here? I think Rasputin's in here. And that's like the only song that I would actually say, like, yes, I would actually dance to that. Because it's a song that was kind of made for dancing. Does it say it anywhere? I'm pretty sure it's here. I know, yeah, I'm pretty sure. It would be in the R's, right? Or no, it goes by, like, the artist first. I'll just take my word for it. I'm pretty sure it's here. It's either that or, I don't know, Just Dance 3. Do I ever own Just Dance 3? I don't remember. Kirby's Epic Yarn, great game. One of the, probably the only game where if I actually hurt an enemy, I feel bad for the enemy. Because whenever you hurt a Waddle Dee, they just, like, they try and hurt you, but they just fall over because they're so, like, they're so weak, and then they get really sad, and they, like, rub their eyes, and you're like, I'm sorry for hurting you, man. Kirby's Return to Dreamland, great game. Have not played the Switch version, because I already have this one, and I don't care, but, I'm sure the Switch version's fine. I don't know, all I know is I didn't like DDD's, eyes. Lego Batman 2. And that doesn't really look like a Wii logo. It's because this is a Wii U box. That I have the Wii game, but it's a Wii U box. Probably one of the best Lego games ever made. And again, just like with How to Train Your Dragon 2, it's just kind of fun owning a Wii game that was made after the Wii U released and was obviously not made for the Wii, but they kind of shrunk it down because they knew people were still owned a Wii. Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. This is a good game. The only issue being, you know, I'm fine with shaking the Wii Remote to punch, but they ask you to twist the Wii Remote to do a spin. Who in their right mind thought of that? Twisting the Wii, or not twisting the Wii Remote, twisting the nunchuck. Twisting the nunchuck to spin is so imprecise, and there's a level later on that requires you to do it. And I remember dying so many times because the game would just not recognize me twisting the nunchuck. Madagascar 3, the video game. Amazing circus games. Yeah, you play those like 8 times throughout the story mode, and each one gets more boring because they last longer. So I've beaten this multiple times, and I think it's all right. I've enjoyed it enough to beat it that many times, but it is very boring, and I can totally see why somebody would hate it because of how boring it is. Madagascar Karts, a very short racing game that I think it's that track specifically. Is it that track? There's a track that's literally ripped off from Daisy Cruiser, and it's just like the exact, near identical track design, and it's set on the freighter from Madagascar 1. Anyway, yeah, it's a fun game. It's all right. I have a lot of nostalgia with it on the 360 version, but I don't own the 360 version anymore, so there we go. Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. I wanted this game for years, finally bought it, and I've maybe spent about 30 minutes in it. So, I'll get around to it a little bit more, but I do like it, and I can understand why people would say it's the best Mario and Sonic game. Mario Kart Wii. Gotta have Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, it's fun. It's Mario Kart Wii. Not my favorite, not in the slightest, but, you know, it's still fun Mario Kart. We're in the Mario games, if you couldn't tell. Mario Party 8, a very sun-faded Mario Party 8. Person who last had this just, like, you know, faded it like crazy, but it's still good. I have a lot of nostalgia with this. So this was this wasn't my copy, but this was the copy that I most recently bought. I sold the original copy for whatever reason, probably because I found the minigames boring or annoying or whatever reason. Honestly, I probably gave some really stupid explanation because that's what I used to do. I'm like, oh, I want to sell this game. I'll say the mini games are boring. That's my reason for selling it. When in actuality, you know, I actually like the game, but I just sold it just to sell it. Anyway, it's a fun Mario Party game. I feel like it gets too much slack. Speaking of Mario Party games that get too much slack, Mario Party 9. And no, this wasn't 25 cents. I wish I paid 25 cents on this. I think I paid like $15. This game's a lot of fun, and I feel like a lot of people just overly hate on it because it was the first game to include a car. Same goes for Mario Party 10. I like Mario Party 10, but a lot of people just seem to really hate on the game because it's, you know, it has a car, and apparently that means it's bad. Mario Sports Mix. It's an interesting set of minigames. So, a very late released Wii game. One of the last big releases before. I think PokePark 2 was the last Nintendo game released in early 2012, but this was the last Mario game to be released on the Wii. And yeah, it's a decent little collection of minigames. They're all, you know, decently spread out so you feel like you get a bang for your buck. Mario Strikers Charged. Great game. Absolutely love this game. Tons of fun. I played a lot of it. We're out of the Mario games now. Marvel Superhero Squad The Infinity Gauntlet. It's okay. It's just kind of your basic beat 'em up style game. And I've never seen a single episode of this show, but it was kind of fun because I've never seen a single episode. There's a surprising amount of voice actors that you've heard elsewhere in this show, apparently. You know, Tom Kenny. I forgot who I know. Oh, Jim Cummings. So, Jim Cummings. Just like and spread throughout, just all different characters. You'll be like, oh, it's that guy. I think the guy who plays Robin. He's not Spider-Man, but he's oh, I forgot what his name is. Some Marvel character that I don't remember, but the guy who plays Robin from Teen Titans. So it was actually kind of fun to play through this and be like, okay, who's coming up next? What actor or actress have I heard before is gonna show up next? My Sim Sky Heroes. This game's okay, but some of the later missions get really annoying, and I haven't been the biggest fan of dogfighting games, so it's pretty clear why I never beat that game. New Super Mario Bros. Wii? Oh, I guess we had one more Mario game. Yeah, it's Mario. Can't really say much else about it. Nicktoons MLB. It's pretty good. People in Germa's chat said that this was a GTA mod, and that's pretty much what this is. This is just a mod of MLB 2K, the Bigs. The 2K's series called the Bigs, which was a more arcadey look at MLB. And that's basically what this is. It's the same game engine, a lot of the same player models, but player models have been replaced with Nicktoons characters. And this is pretty well known for being the only console game to include Tough Puppy, Fanboy and Chum Chum, and Planet Chain. The only console game. So, yeah, it was in that kind of period of Nickelodeon, the early 2010s, where a lot of people said Nickelodeon fell off a cliff and died, which, you know, I don't know. I have nostalgia for that time. That's when I was watching Nickelodeon. Knight's Journey of Dreams, and if you want to know, I have the Nintendo Power magazine of it. Just something to note there. Haven't played much of it, but I like what I played. Pac-Man Party, a really fun party game that really doesn't... It gets really overlooked. But this is a lot of fun. It's really fun. Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension. Yeah, it's good. It's the best Phineas and Ferb... No. Yeah, okay. Quality standards, it's the best Phineas and Ferb game, but my actual favorite Phineas and Ferb game is coming up right after this. Yeah, it's fun. At some point, I kind of want to try out the PSP version just to see what it's like. Playing that on a handheld. Phineas and Ferb Quest for Cool Stuff is my favorite Phineas and Ferb game. It was my very first Let's Play all those years back in 2014. And, yeah, it's neat owning the Wii version. Again, the reason I bought the Wii version is this was a game that released when the Wii U was out, so it's kind of neat owning a game that really wasn't meant for that console. Power Rangers Samurai. I've never seen the show. Actually, I've never seen a Power Rangers thing, period. I have no idea what the series is about. The little guys, they're multicolored guys. I know Zoo Ranger. You know, I know that. I can't. I know the beats. It's like Zoo Ranger, da 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 da. I don't know the lyrics because I can't speak Japanese. Hey, and I knew about that way before. Way before AVGN talked about it. I knew about that when a friend of mine posted a video of Squidward choking on a fork set to the Zoo Rangers theme. So that's where I found out about it. Anyway, yeah, this is a pretty bad and bland beat-em-up based off a series I care nothing about. And I probably never will. I feel like at some point I want to watch the Power Rangers movie just because of how weird it looks. But I really have no intention of ever watching the show. Punch-Out! Yeah, it's Punch-Out. It's really good. Tree Hugger, best character. There you go. Need a hug? Rampage Total Destruction. Probably the best version of the game, in my opinion, because smash and punch using the Wii Remote. This version adds in 2 attacks. A stomping attack whenever you're on a building and you go bam, and a charged punch attack where you can hit the side of a building. And that makes this game so much faster and so much more fun to play, in my opinion. So, actually better than the other console ports. Yeah, that was Midway's last attempt at a Rampage game before giving up. Or actually, before being bought out. Raving Rabbids Travel in Time, the last Rabbids game on the Wii, and debatably the worst one. I don't know, TV Party was pretty bad. Or 2. 2 was like really nothing. 2 was a very... TV Party at least had a theme. Yeah, this one, there's very few minigames. They basically boiled it down to, let's have like 6 minigames, but all of them be fleshed out, which, no, they're not. They're pretty much the same as your average minigames. It's just they last longer. And the minigames aren't really that much fun. But I'll give it this, in terms of production value, it definitely feels like it had a little bit more time put into it than the previous games. Speaking of, Rayman Raving Rabbids. Yeah, better than 2 in TV Party, but this game has a lot of issues. A lot of issues. Can't wait for the cross your fingers inevitable, not inevitable, but cross your fingers hopeful announcement of a new Rayman. I know there were rumors of it, and then it just kind of went nowhere. Rhythm Heaven Fever, my favorite Rhythm Heaven game for $9.99. Oh man, I bet the person who labeled this price got fired. In 2019, I spent $10 on it, which if you know anything about this game goes for like $80 now, like $80 to $100. So I don't know what happened at that time, but the second I saw it, I bought it, and I am so glad to have this in my collection. I would not have this if it weren't for finding it that day for $10. Rock Band 2, it's good. It's Rock Band. There you go. It's got some good songs. Story mode lasts for a little bit too long. Samba de Amigo, aside from some motion control goofiness, I'd say this is actually a really fun game. It's a really great version of Samba de Amigo. Better than the Switch version. Switch version's kind of weird to play, honestly. Scooby-Doo First Frights. It's kind of neat. It's basically a Lego game. 2-player co-op. No one can die. They just respawn. Collect a bunch of stuff. You collect Scooby snacks, which are basically just the studs from Lego. Do a lot of punching. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun game. Shaun White Skateboarding. There are things I like about this game, and things I don't. I like the plot line. I love the art style. The art style has this kind of cool cartoony look to it. Yeah, transform. Why? It says transfer your world. And it's got a cool thing going on. Motion controls are really not good though. That's the main issue. You will fail many a challenge because the motion controls just hate you. Oh boy, Skylander time. Skylanders Giants. It's good. It's Skylanders. Not my favorite in the series, although I know there are diehards that say that is the best Skylanders game. I do not agree. The best Skylanders game is Swap Force. And I do have the box for this. I actually, have the starter pack for this. Unlike Giants. And yeah, it's my favorite Skylanders game. It was the first Skylanders game I ever played. And again, cool to have on the Wii because, this was a game not really meant for the Wii. Speaking of games not meant for the Wii, we continue on with Skylanders Superchargers Racing, which is a 3DS game just ported to Wii. It's fun. I actually like it quite a lot. Just racing. Works well. You got Bowser in there. Pretty cool stuff. Now, games that should have never released on Wii is Skylanders Trap Team. Wow. So released in 2014, this game barely functions. It is... they bumped the frame rate down from like 30 to like 20. So it runs really slow. Looks just super washed out. They tried their hardest to get this game on Wii. And yeah, this game is... it's definitely something to play. It's definitely something. But yeah, that was a game that was obviously never intended to be released on Wii, and really should have never made its way to Wii. Sonic and the Black Knight, great game, really overhated. Sonic and the Secret Rings, good game, still overhated. I feel like these Sonic games, you should know my opinions on at this point. Sonic Colors, it's good. I think over time along with a lot of people, over time my opinion of Colors has kind of slowly gone down to thinking that it's just an alright game. And yeah, it's good. It is a solid Sonic game, but not much more than that. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, tons of fun. Much better than the first game. Genuinely a really, really great game. And it's a shame that more people don't know about this. Or don't care. Sonic Unleashed. Yeah, this one definitely has its issues. The Werehog stages are worse in this than the console version. And, but I do like the structure that the Sonic levels go for. This was done by Dimps. The guys who did the handheld Sonic games. Yeah. It's alright for what it's worth. Spider-Man Edging of Time. Edge of Time. I tried to make a joke for a second. Literally halfway through that, I was like, do I care to make this joke? It's a really stupid joke. How about this? Spider-Man Edging Through Time. There you go. What a concept that would be. They should make that into the next movie. Yeah, it's a fun Spider-Man game. You know, it's unlike unlike Shattered Dimensions and the other two Spider-Man games. Unlike those, this game is actually affordable. It's not like $5 million. And also, unlike those games, it's very linear, and it's very level by level, compared to the other ones, which are a little bit more free. SpongeBob's Boating Bash. Yeah, it's an okay game. Like I like this image of Mr. Krabs where it's a stock photo, two different stock photos, and then they add a claw onto the wheel to make it seem like he's driving. Yeah, it's an okay game. SpongeBob Creature from the Krusty Krab. I think this was a launch title for the Wii. And there's a lot of motion controls to go along with it. Yeah, that. But it's fun. I like it. Ram hates it. SpongeBob SquarePants featuring Nicktoons Globs of Doom. Yeah. Really don't know why they went with this naming scheme. I know that Nickelodeon was kind of moving away from Nicktoons at the time of this game's release, so maybe they just wanted to like push past the Nicktoons label and just label it SpongeBob because they know SpongeBob would get more people interested in the game. Yeah, it's a good Nicktoons game. Probably the second favorite of mine out of all the other Nicktoons games. SpongeBob Planeswalker Revenge. You should know by now that I absolutely love this game. No further comment. I just love it. Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. Now, I know many of you are curious. This was $20. This was $40. Still cheaper than the bundle that came out on Switch recently. Just two incredible games, and honestly, they should always be played on Switch. I mean, not on Switch. They should always be played on Wii. They work best on Wii. They were made for Wii. I'm not going to buy a $70 collection. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz. It's okay. It's the easiest Monkey Ball game in terms of level design. It's the hardest in terms of controls. I take that back. I forgot that Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll exists. And remember that game, a Monkey Ball game that uses the freaking the Wii balance board. Super Paper Mario. It's fun. I have nostalgia for it. It was one of the first Wii games I bought for myself. It was Sonic Unleashed, this, and SpongeBob Truth or Square. It was the first 3 Wii games I bought with my own money that weren't Christmas gifts. Smash Bros. Brawl. Still my favorite Smash Bros. Game, and for quite a long time I would say it's in my top 10 favorite games of all time, but I don't know. The Subspace Emissary is good, but after so many years, I've definitely started to not really think it was that great after all. Surf's Up. Free movie ticket inside. Hooray. This one actually is kind of notable because I bought it at a garage sale that had this sticker, sold it to Venstock, and then bought it like 5 months later for $6.99. So this is my original copy that I bought twice. Yeah, it's a fun game. I do like it. I've had a lot of nostalgia with it. It's introduced me to 3 very, very catchy songs that I still listen to this day. Tak and the Guardians of Gross, the last Tak game. The what do they call it? Bastard Child, I guess? Is that what they call it? But yeah, the one nobody talks about. Because It was the fourth game in the series, was made by a different studio, Blitz Games, unlike Avalanche, who did the three previous ones. And, yeah, it's okay. It's a fine tech game. Physics are kind of weird. Controls or animation's really stiff, but it's fine. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. So this one's kind of cool. This is a Smash Bros. Clone made by Smash Bros. Developers. So this is a Smash Bros. Clone made by Brawl developers that left Nintendo. So it plays a lot like Brawl, and it's as slow as Brawl. So if you weren't a fan of how slow Brawl was, you're not going to like this. But it's actually pretty cool, and it's 100% based off the 2007 movie, which is pretty cool. There's some semblances of other stuff, of course, like the Shredder. Shredder's not even in Team in 2007. Krang is not in Team in 2007. So they kind of, take those characters from somewhere else, but it's still pretty cool that it's heavily based off the 2007 movie. The Adventures of Tintin, the game. Now we're on the these, because I know a lot of people kind of put the in their own, like they just take out these, so it would just be called Adventures of Tintin. I don't do that, so we have just a bunch of these coming up. This game's fun, actually. I feel like a lot of people knock it, but I really like the kind of way it's going here. It kind of reminds me of Prince of Persia, and yeah, it's pretty fun. I like it. Used to have it on PS3 all those years ago. Beatles Rock Band. I mentioned with Green Day Rock Band that this is the one that feels like it had the most passion and effort into it, and it does. It really does. This game definitely feels like it. That Harmonix were actually really loving the Beatles and really wanted to make a well done tribute game. The Crude's Prehistoric Party. This is the exact same thing as a lot of other games where it's a 2013 Wii game, and I find it cool that this game was not meant to be played on the Wii. Well, this one feels more obvious. I think this one was obviously meant to be played on the Wii, and then the Wii U version was just like an afterthought. But still, the Wii U was out at this time. It got a Wii U version. It's still cool to play this on the Wii. Despite the games suck. It's not a very good game. And it's not a very good movie either. Crude's movie sucks. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I want you to take a look at this. Real quick. Full color manual, by the way. Let's see. Here we go. Look at this. Shaking the nunchuck up and down. Oh, but look at that. It's got GameCube controller. That's the whole reason I bought this. I have seen footage of this and was like, oh god, those motion controls look really, really terrible. And then I realized it doesn't say on the box. I know you can't really see what it says here because it's grayed out, but it doesn't say you can use a GameCube controller on the box. But you can in the manual, and you can in on the Wii. It just has GameCube controller support, which is perfect. Because the GameCube and PS2 versions of the game are pretty expensive now. So, but the Wii version is like $3. So, there you go. The House of the Dead 2 and 3 return. Yeah, it's good. House of the Dead games. Can't go wrong with those. We're on to one last stack here, and I'm just going to put it on my lap. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. With the music CD. Genuinely, I have owned this game for probably about a year and a half, and I still have yet to play it. I know I want to get around to it. I really do. It looks like a lot of fun. I just need to get around to playing it. Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam. Never played it. Bought it because it was cheap. Transformers Cybertron Adventures. I feel like a lot of people knock this game because it's an on-rail shooter. I think it's cool. I actually like it. There is a level later on, though, that is really annoying. It gives you a strict time limit to complete a section, and that time limit is so insanely strict that it's basically impossible to meet. Transformers Prime. This is a very basic beat 'em up, third-person beat 'em up. And again, made in 2012, released on Wii U, so it's cool to own the Wii version. Never seen the show, kind of want to at some point, because I do like the human characters they showcase. Transformers the game. I used to have the PS2 version of this, and I was looking to buy it back, but this was the cheapest version, so I went, yeah, sure, I'll pay like $2 and get this version. The sad part is, though, there's so much you can see right here. So much just motion controls in it. It was an early Wii game, 2007. So I haven't played it yet, but I feel like there's just going to be a lot of annoying motion controls strewn throughout. Trauma Center, Second Opinion. Really like this game. I remember getting this game from my neighbor when I first got a Wii, and I didn't even touch it. I was like, ew, you have to like dissect people? I don't want to do that. And I thought it was really gross, and I just never touched it. And then I bought it back years later, and I went, hey, this game's pretty good. So there you go. WarioWare Smooth Moves. Debatably better than Move It, but there you go. Here you go. Wheel of Fortune. So you can tell by the characters, same developers, same year. Yeah, this show, who is this guy? Pat Sajak? That's it, Pat Sajak. Whenever Pat Sajak is talking, it's like, you know, do we have any A's? Oh, there appears to be one A in this. Or no, there appears to be one A. It's just like it's so obvious that it's like 3 different voice lines, unlike the other one, which was, you know, a lot more subtle with it. Wii Party. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's only really one board that's fun, but you know, there you go. Wipeout 3. Yeah, this is, a lot of people hate this game, and I totally understand why. All the Wipeout games are very cheaply produced, but this one is kind of neat. It's a third-person perspective. Yeah. All the Wipeout games are pretty bad. Speaking of bad games, Wreck-It Ralph, a massive wasted opportunity. For a game that is so okay, I want to deep dive into this. All right. So first off, movie was, you know, it's 8-bit inspired. Okay, this is a 2D platformer, with horrible physics, horrible controls, horrible level design, and then I want to look at this back. Okay. Help Ralph earn the recognition he deserves before it's game over. That's not the plot of the game. The game takes place after the movie, where he's already gotten the recognition, and a swarm of bugs come out, and Ralph and Fix-It Felix have to work together to stop them. Vanellope is never seen in the game. She only appears in the first cutscene of the game. Sergeant Calhoun never appears in the game. She only appears in the first cutscene of the game. And Ralph never wears this outfit in the entire game. You would feel so ripped off if you got this as a kid. But there you go. I got the video. Rightfully so, this game has polarizing reviews on Backlogged. And then finally, the last game, X-Men Origins Wolverine. So, yeah, it's fun. It's got some motion controls, which are kind of annoying, but they're not too bad. And it's a fun little hack and slash. So there you go. Yeah. So, like I said, it's been an hour and 14 minutes. It's about an hour and 40 minutes for my Xbox. So not as long as my Xbox collection, but still pretty long. So, yeah, there we go. Tomorrow night, we're going to go back to Spider-Man 2. So Spider-Man 2 will be a tomorrow night. But for now, see you there.